Hi everyone, welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Steven 老师。
嗨，大家好，我是 Bernice 老师。
Today we're going to be covering features, and the date is February 11th, pages 24 to 27.
今天呢，我们的主题是在讲专题特写，那么主要是在24到27页。
All right, the title today is Family for Hire.
哇哦，好特殊的一个标题哦 ，Family 就是我们的家人，可是这个家人竟然是 hire。它的标题呢，中文是说呢，来充当一下我的家人，来弥补生命中的缺憾。
And in English, that's for those whose family life is less than ideal, a new service helps fill the void. All right, so less than ideal, it kind of means that it's not up to what you think the standard should be. It's less than ideal, okay? It's not as good as you think it should be.And to fill the void is another way to say emptiness, okay? To fill the emptiness. So what kind of service fills the emptiness? I guess we'll find out.
好的，这边的 less than ideal 呢，就是指没有理想中的这么好。那么这个标题主要就是针对呢，有一些这个家庭呢，他们的生活呢，没有理想中这么好，所以也就是刚才 Stephen 老师讲的 not as good as， 没有像这个东西这么好。然后呢，它是一个新的一个服务的一个设备，然后是帮助呢可以填满你的 void 就是你生命中那个空虚的部分。
Let's get started. For most people, there's no question about how important family is.
对于大部分人来说呢，家庭啊是多么的重要，这个观念呢是毋庸置疑的。
All right, so for most people is a way to kind of say, this is what most people think, or this is what most people do. So we put that in the beginning of a sentence to kind of show what action is something that everyone does or thinks.
这个 for most people 对于这个多数的人来说呢，放在一个句子的开头呢，主要就是要讲呢，在这个句子里面啊，大部分的人都有后面这样子的一个想法。
There's no question about, okay? So there's another way to say that. There's no doubt about. And how do you spell that? Doubt is D-O-U-B-T. That B is silent. So you could also say there's no doubt about how important family is.
好，那这边呢 question 的意思呢，就是表示呢这个怀疑，另外有一个字就是换成刚才 Stephen 老师补充的 doubt， 叫做怀疑的意思，所以它是一个句型，叫做 there's no question or doubt about， 就是有关于什么事情呢，是你毋庸置疑的。
But for many in Japan, and the many here, it's saying many people, but since we already talked about people in the first sentence, we can take people out in this sentence.But for many in Japan, where traditional family values are important, the concept of family first is taken to a whole new level.
好，对于呢这个很多的这个在日本的这个家人来说 many people， 所以那个 people 被省略了，所以日本呢其实有很多人呢在日本这个地方，所以他用的是 where。在日本这个地方呢，他们的传统的这个对于家庭的价值观，他们觉得是非常非常重要的。而这样子的一种传统的价值观的 concept， 就是这样的一个概念。什么样的一个概念呢？就是 family first， 就是家人至上这样的一个观念呢，已经被带到了一个全新的境界。
Right, so here, family values is another way to say like beliefs. B-E-L-I-E-F, and plural is adding an S, beliefs. So it's basically what a family believes, what they do as a tradition. Those are all values, okay? And then the concept of family first, so the name of the concept is family first. So that's why we put it in quotations. And when I read it, I actually make the intonation go upwards. If you listen again, the concept of family first,That way, you can let the audience know that you are stopping to say the name of the concept, and when you make it go up, when you make the intonation go upwards, it makes it more obvious that you're saying the name of the concept.
Values 这个字加了 s， 我们叫做价值观。那么刚才呢，另外一个字就是 beliefs， 那记得它的拼法最后是 f， 然后加上 s。Concept 这边这个概念的意思呢，就是在指后面这一个引号里面的 family first。 所以你在念的时候呢，会把 family first 稍微把你的语调呢往上抬一点，让这个就是跟你听众呢，或者你跟你讲话的人知道说，哦，你在强调这样子的一个 concept。What
if your family status isn't the greatest, though?
好 ，what if 的意思呢，通常是在询问未来的事情，就是说，哎呀，如果发生这样的事情的话，怎么办呢？所以他就说，如果你的 family status， 你的这个家人的这个所谓的 status， 就是他的这个状况或身份地位，不是在这个社会里面是最棒的 ，though， 那怎么办呢
？So Bernice 老师说status， 但有些人会说 status。这个both of these are both acceptable, but they both have one thing in common. The second T, you don't need to say that too harshly. You can actually make it a soft T. Status or status, okay? You don't have to say status or status. So just pay attention to that, okay? Also, at the very end of the sentence, we have though. This could also be like however.And then you make sure you have when it's written, you have a comma before the though, but you don't actually stop when you're saying it. So it's what if your family status isn't the best though, or isn't the greatest though? So just pay attention to that. When you're writing it down, there is a comma before the though, but when you're saying it, you don't have to pause. And what is status or status? It kind of means like what your level is in the society. Are you someone who is respectable, or is your job maybe just a common job that isn't really a high level in the society?
好，那么 status 这个字呢，第一个就是它的发音的问题，再来第二个呢，它在中文里面的解释呢，就是指社会里面代表你的身份跟你的地位。那你的身份跟你的地位呢，可能会因为你的工作的关系，或者是你的工作领域的关系，会造就你的身份地位呢，有的是比较高的啦，有的是比较一般的这样的身份地位。那这个 though 呢，放在这个句尾前面要记得加一个逗点，但是你在念的时候不需要把这个逗点的停顿给念出来，你就只要念个 though， 那表示但是怎么样？
In Japanese society, that's where the concept of the rental family comes to the rescue. And here, when we're saying that's where the concept, we're talking about, what are we talking about when we're saying that's where? The where is talking about the question we asked in the previous sentence. What if your family status isn't the greatest, though? That's where the concept of the rental family comes to the rescue. All right, so it's kind of connecting the last sentence to this sentence. Okay, and then here we see the concept of rental family. So when I read that, I made it go up again. The intonation went up again, just like in the previous two sentences ago when I said family first goes up. This one I go, the concept of the rental family comes to the rescue. So it comes to help people who don't have the greatest status.
好，那么在日本的这个社会里面呢，这个所谓的租赁家人这样的一个 concept， 就是 rental family， 就我们把它翻译成租赁你的家人这件事情。好，那么 that's where 这个 where 呢，主要就是指上面刚才那个句子的问句啊，就是万一你的家人的这个社会中的身份地位并不是最棒的这个问句，好的这样的一个概念，所以呢就出现了这个所谓的租赁家人这样的一个 concept comes to the rescue， 就是来拯救你，来营救你了。
Let's take a short break.
好，我们休息一下咯。
One company that rents out family members for a variety of purposes is called Family Romance.
马上呢就有一家这样的公司出现了。这一家公司呢，它主要的任务呢，就是在 rent out， 就是在出租了。出租谁呢？ Family members， 你可以租爸爸妈妈、姐姐、弟弟。然后你租的目的是 a variety of， 就是表示非常非常各式各样很多的这个目的。那么这间公司的名字就叫做这个 Family Romance 浪漫家庭。
So variety here, it's a noun to say like a lot of different. Okay, so you could say for a lot of different purposes. You could use that way as well. But variety is just a simpler word that you can use one word to say a lot of different. Okay? So a variety of purposes. Purposes is also another way to say reasons. So a variety of reasons is called Family Romance. So here we see the name of a company, and that's why family and romance both need to be capitalized. But how come in the previous paragraph, For the concepts like family first and rental family, why did they have quotations to name these concepts? That's because those names are not official names, but the name of a company is an official name, so it needs to be capitalized.OK,
首先是 variety 这个字，同学我们知道这个字呢，也可以把它换成 a lot of different， 就是不一样的，各式各样，很多不一样的。Purpose 也可以换成 reason， 好，除了目的，你换成理由也是可以的。那么这边的 family romance 两个都大写的原因，是因为它是一个正式官方的一个公司的名称，所以它是大写。
The business began over a decade ago, and a decade means 10 years, so over a decade ago means over 10 years ago.
而且这家公司呢，创办已经在10多年前，好 decade 就是一个10年，所以10多年前就已经创办了。
Back then, a friend of company founder Ishii Yuichi needed a favor.
当时为什么会创办这个公司呢？就是当时的公司有一个这个创始人，他的名字呢叫做石井裕一，这个人刚好他有一个朋友，他这个朋友呢正好就是 need a favor, need a help， 需要他的帮助了。
So back then, it's another way to say in the past, okay? In the past. So in the past, a friend of company founder. So who is the founder of a company? It's the person who starts a company. So we usually call the start of a company, that person is a founder. Like Bill Gates was the founder of Microsoft, or Steve Jobs was the founder of Apple.
好，这边的 back then 就是刚才老师补充的 in the past， 在当时在过去的时候呢，这个 founder 这个石井裕一的这个 founder， 他就是这个公司的这个创始人，他刚好有一个朋友，所以我们这时候用到的是 founder。Okay,
and what's a favor? It's when you need to ask somebody to help you do something. So if I want Bernice 老师 to do something for me, I would say, hey, can I ask you a favor?
所以你要求别人帮忙可以用 ask somebody a favor.
Okay, and also Japanese names, when we say them in English, we just say them like they would be pronounced in Japanese. But when you say them in Chinese, you use the Chinese letters. So make sure you know that when we say Japanese names in English, we have to say it the Japanese way.
对，就是我们发这个日本人的他们的这个名字呢，我们用英文在发音的时候，我们用日本的那个发音的方式，但是我们中文呢，还是用中文字来表示。
She was a single mother, and she, we're talking about the friend of Ishii Yuichi, okay? So she was a single mother, and her son was denied entry into a kindergarten because she wasn't married.
这个 she 呢，指的就是刚才这位石井裕一他的那一个朋友。这个朋友他的身份是一个 single mother， 就是一个单亲的妈妈。而且呢，他当时啊，因为怎么样呢，没有结婚 because 好，没有结婚这件事情，竟然他的儿子呢，就是要去念这个幼稚园的时候，哎呀，被拒绝了。
Okay, so single mother is used to describe someone who is either divorced or maybe their other half has passed away, has died. So you can be a single mother or it can be a single father. So that's just one way of saying that they have to raise a kid on their own, okay, or raise 2 kids or 3 kids on their own. So this lady, this single mother, her son was denied entry. So deny, this verb, it means to not allow. So her son was not allowed to enter. Entry is the noun form of enter. So he was not allowed to enter kindergarten. And kindergarten is the grade right before first grade. And then make sure the T at the end of kindergarten, it actually is pronounced more like a D. So don't say kindergarten, it's kindergarten.
好，第一个就是 single 这个字啦 single mother 有可能就是说你可能是离过婚的，或者你可能失去你的另一半，这时候我们就用 single 来修饰 mother or father。接下来就是他的儿子呢被 deny， 这边的是被拒绝，这个 deny 也是表示不被允许，后面也可以接这个不定词 to enter， 后面接下来是幼稚园的发音，那么老师刚才有提醒过，那个最后的 t的发音呢，你可以念成的，所以会变成 kindergarten。
So Ishii went along to the interview, posing as the boy's father to give the interviewers the picture of the perfect family.
哇，他真是一个非常好的朋友哦。因此呢，这个石井啊，他就假扮成为这个男孩的爸爸，去参加了go along， 就去参加了这个 interview， 就是学校的这个入学面谈会。那他假扮呢，就是那个男孩子他朋友的那个小朋友的这个爸爸，然后呢，并且在这个给面试官 interviewers， 就是当时的学校的面试官，给了他们一个非常完美的家庭的形象。
All right, so posing, to pose, it means to act like, but you're not really that kind of character. Like this man, Ishii, he wasn't really the boy's father, but he was acting as the boy's father. So maybe he dressed like the boy's father or he talked like he was the boy's father, but he's not really the boy's father. And interviewers are people who give an interview. But if you're someone who is receiving the interview, you're an interviewee. Okay, that's interviewee. Interviewee.
好，我们首先先看 pose 这边字 pose as 就是指呢你假扮成，就是你不是真正的，你可能你利用穿着啦，或者是你说话的态度像这个男孩子的爸爸，并且呢给这个 interviewer 这个字呢加上 er， 我们知道他是主动的这个人，加上了 ee 就是被动的人，所以面试官是 interviewer， 那么你是被面试的人，你就是 interviewee。Thus,
family romance was born. And thus, you could also say therefore. And was born, the company started, is what it means.
这边的 thus 当然就是 therefore 啦，就是因此呢，就是这样的浪漫家庭，这个公司就这样子出生啦。
Let's take a short break.
好，我们休息一下咯。
Today, family romance employs over 1,200 actors who can be husbands, wives, brothers, sisters, grandmas, grandpas, or just about anyone.
到了如今呢，这个浪漫家庭这间公司呢，已经雇佣了超过1200名的这些演员。那这些演员分别就是要饰演不同家里的这个 members， 包含了先生的老公啦、弟弟妹妹啦，还有你的祖父母啦。或者任何人都可以。
Right, so employ, this verb is also another way to say hire, H-I-R-E. So family romance hires over 1,200 actors. Actors, when it's a plural form, it can be both male or female, okay? But we know that the female version of an actor is an actress, A-C-T-R-E-S-S, okay? And then at the very end it says, or just about anyone.You could just say or anyone, but just about is just emphasizing that they have such a big range of different actors. It can be anyone.
这边的 employ 就等于这个 hire 雇用的意思。那么后面那个 actors 可以是指男的、女的都是可以的。当然你也可以用 actress 表示女演员。Just about 这边只是一个强调的用法，你也可以把它省略掉。
Ishii himself has played the father in over 25 families and portrayed the husband of more than 600 women.
哇，这个石井简直就是一个完美演员，他本身就已经扮演超过25个家庭里面的父亲了，同时呢，他也饰演这个600多名这个妇女的先生。
So Ishii himself, so we're adding himself there to emphasize that we're talking about because he's an actor himself. So that word is just used to 强调他自己本人. Okay, Ishii himself has played the father in over 25 families, so more than 25 families, portraying, P-R-O-T-R-A-Y, like that means to act as the husband of more than 600 women. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, 所以这个 portrait 本身就是塑造成或者把自己就是扮演成这个样子了。
All right, let's go into the review.
All right, 我们看一下 review 咯。
What does it mean when we say no question about it?
就是毋庸置疑的意思。
And what if I take something to a whole new level?
哇，就是把一个东西呢提升到一个全新的境界。
So what are family values?
Family value 就是家庭的这个观念、价值观。
Okay, then what if I say my family status is not the greatest?
就是你指你的家庭的这个身份啊或状况。
So what does it mean when I rent out something?
我要出租东西了。
And a variety of purposes.
各式各样的目的。
And who is a single mother?
Bernice 老师是 single， 但是 not a mother。OK，single 的意思就是像 Bernice 老师这样单身，就是可以欢迎各式各样的男生过来哟。
Okay. And what is the verb pose or portray?
这两个字意思差不多，就是指你去扮演的意思。
All right, that concludes our lesson for today. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.